My name is Matthew Barnett, and this is my 8th period health class. It contains 10th through 12th grade students, and the lesson today is going to be about stress and healthy ways to deal with it. All right, today we're going to talk about stress. So what is stress? If you remember, we covered stress a little bit further back in the textbook. What is stress, though? Somebody read what's on the board.
The reaction of the body and mind to everyday challenges and demands.
Yeah, so it's the reaction you have to everyday things that you face. We're going to go through in a few minutes what some of those things could be and what causes them, but what are some of the reactions you've seen or maybe you've experienced to stress?
Sweating.
What'd you say?
Sweating.
Sweating? Yeah.
Shaking.
Stress causes you to sweat.
Hyperventilation.
Shaking is what you said, hyperventilation. Yeah, those are all different things that can happen as a result of stress. What else can it do?
Make you worry.
Okay, make you worry. What does it do to your performance?
Makes it worse.
Okay, it can make it worse. It can also improve it because it makes you feel a sense of urgency, but it can make it worse. What else can it, overthinking. What else can it do to your body?
Hair loss.
Hair loss?
Make you like bite your nails or stuff.
Bite your nails or picking at things, yeah. Jocelyn, you like to say I have something.
Gray hair.
Yeah, it can cause your hair to turn gray. What does it do to your eating habits?
Oh, it can make you stop eating.
Make you stop eating? Or overeat, right? You can do both sides of those. So there's a lot of things that stress can do to your body or to you emotionally. Stress isn't always a bad thing, but a lot of times the results or what happens with it can be. So let's talk about stress. Is stress always bad?
No.
Simple answer is no. But why? Okay, everyone's gonna have to face it. It is something that you go through in a normal day-to-day.
Because it can motivate you.
It can motivate you, yeah. What else can it do that's good?
It can push you to be better.
Yeah, it pushes you to be better. Are you ever gonna actually grow or improve at something if you're never pushed? No. So in basketball this year, before the season started, what did you all hate to do? Run. And condition. What did we do in the old gym a lot?
Or that.
Lift and circuit training. Were those things fun?
No.
Probably not, but what did they do? They pushed you out of your comfort zone to make you stronger. Those are stressful situations, right? Things where you don't know if you're gonna make it through, or you don't know what the outcome's gonna be, but it pushes you to be better. Okay, what about the bad things? We talked about some of the causes that it does. What else can it do though? Think outcomes, not necessarily like physically what it does, primarily what it does. What can it cause situationally?
Yeah, grades.
Okay, it could cause your grades to drop, yeah.
It can make you say stuff you don't mean.
Say stuff you don't mean. What about relationships with other people? It can ruin them, right? Because you may say something you don't mean, and then that person overreact or you overreact to a situation that normally you wouldn't have said that or done that. So stress can be a motivator. It can push you to be better. It can get you out of your comfort zone. It can also be negative and prevent you from doing the things that you need to do. There's a lot of times when you feel extremely stressed out, instead of being more productive, what do? You kind of shut down and shy away from doing some of the things that you would normally do. That's called distress, and it's your body's reaction when it's put in extremely stressful situations. You're in what's called distress, or you cope. Now there's good ways to cope and there's bad ways to cope, which we'll talk about, but distress can make a person feel distracted, overwhelmed, impatient, frustrated, or angry, which causes you to react in a lot of those other ways. So, what are some of the common causes of teen stress or stressors? Life situations. School is one. What are some? Sports.
Relationship. Parents.
Okay, those are all things that can cause stress. What about specific life situations that can cause stress?
Someone died.
Yeah, when somebody passes away. Somebody that you used to talk to or interact with a lot, now you don't have that. So that can cause stress. What else? Moving, yep. Moving to a new school where you don't know anybody, or even if you don't move schools, just moving to a new house can cause stress. Because now you've got to unpack, you've got to move everything the way you want it. So school, friends, peer pressure, your family moving, relationships, athletics, all of those are life situations that can cause stress. What about environmental? What if you lived right by the train tracks? What would you constantly hear? Okay, would you sleep as well when you hear a train going through? Okay, that's an example of an environmental situation. What's an environmental situation that would cause stress?
Tornado.
A tornado? Sure.
Like if you live in like a bad home supply.
Yeah, if you live in a bad neighborhood maybe, or people have their cars broken into or their houses, that causes stress, right? So it can be unsafe neighborhoods, different media that you see on TV, social media, natural disasters, the threat of war, or when something bad happens at another school. Does that sometimes make you worry about something happening here? Yeah, those are all examples of environmental things that can cause stress. What about biological?
Pandemic.
Okay, a pandemic. What about, what it's really talking about is like your body. What could cause you stress? Okay, y'all are all older students, right? So 10th through 12th grade. What did all of y'all go through a few years ago? Puberty. Did that cause stress?
Hair loss, balding.
But when your body starts going through changes that you don't really know how to handle because you haven't experienced it before, that can cause stress. When you do notice maybe something looks different than it used to. And that happens with a lot of people as they get older, when they aren't as in shape or maybe they start gaining weight or different things, that can cause stress because, well, it's not the same as it used to be. You're doing this now has a different result. So changes in your body, illness, injury, disability.
You're a Scott, you're needed in office. You're a Scott, you're needed in office.
What about cognitive or mentally? Overthinking.
Anxiety.
I couldn't hear you.
Anxiety.
Anxiety, yeah. What oftentimes cause those things? What'd you say?
Depression.
Depression, yeah.
Go.
Okay, so school, a lot of the life situations can cause the cognitive things. When you're dealing with complicated situations or just a lot of situations at once, it can cause you to be stressed out by it. So poor self-esteem or not thinking very much of yourself. Personal appearance, I don't like the way I look about this. I'm having an acne breakout. I'm having whatever. Or just not fitting in with other people. That can cause you to feel stressed. And finally, personal behavior. What are things that you do that sometimes cause stress to yourself? What? Overreacting? Does anybody tend to procrastinate? Wait till the last minute? Does that cause stress?
Cause a loss.
Right. But you know if I did this early, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But even then, it's hard to do sometimes. So taking on a busy schedule or committing to too many things can cause stress. Relationship problems, substance abuse, which means drugs, alcohol, nicotine, all of those things can cause stress that normally wouldn't have been there. All right, so healthy coping strategies. There's good ways to cope, there's bad ways to cope. We're gonna go through some. What is a coping strategy though? How you what?
Get over something.
How you deal with it or how you react to it. So the actions that you take are the things that you do that help you manage stress. So what are some good ways to manage stress?
Therapy.
Talking about it, therapy, those are good.
Taking deep breaths.
Okay, the way you breathe. So different breathing techniques or just taking deep breaths.
Get fidget toys.
Fidget toys.
I'll take that from 10.
Okay, those are all different methods, right? What can you do physically?
Work out.
Work out, go for a walk, run, just spend time outside, right? A lot of times that can help distract us. Not necessarily just distract us, but help us kind of work through some of that stuff. So you can use refusal skills when it comes to, I already have a lot going on. I'm not gonna say yes to doing more things, or I'm gonna say, sorry, I don't have time. Planning ahead, when you have, say, 3 tests this week. If you try to wait to study all of them till the night before, probably not gonna work very well, right? But I say, okay, I'm gonna study this night, take a break this night, study this night, scheduling stuff out works. Having good time management skills, thinking positively about yourself in a situation. If I think worst case scenario, a lot of times it's gonna end up worse than if I just think positive about it. It's just like in a sport or in sports. If you're going to play a team that you know is good, if you think this is gonna be terrible, what's probably gonna happen? It's gonna go terrible. What if you think positive? A lot of times it goes better than what you may have thought. Control what you can control. That was something that my basketball coach growing up told us a lot. He said, control the things you can control, forget about what you can't. In a game, can you control how the referees are gonna call things? No. So does complaining about it help? No. But if I just control what I can control, then I don't have to worry about the rest. It's the same thing with school. or with a job or with family situations. Control what you can, let the rest take care of itself. Then avoiding substances that can make it worse. Drugs and alcohol often tend to numb situations, but then once that effect wears off, it's right back to where it was. It doesn't actually change anything. Then practicing those things y'all talked about a second ago. Relaxation, breathing techniques, asking for help from others, therapy, that type of thing. Getting rest, physical activity, eating healthy, all of that helps you become, that last word, resilient. And then unhealthy ways to deal with it. So drugs and alcohol obviously is one of them. What else is an unhealthy way?
Overeating.
Overeating, avoiding the situation.
Not sleeping or oversleeping.
Yeah, so a good amount of rest is good. Not sleeping is bad. Sleeping too much is bad. Procrastinating, pushing it down and saying, that's a future problem. I don't want to worry about that right now. Ignoring it altogether. Isolating yourself. Excessive sleeping. All those are bad. Substances, drugs, alcohol, trying to numb the situation. Even overusing prescription medications. So not taking it like you're supposed to, but taking more. Emotional outbursts, we talked about that a minute ago. Reacting to a situation way more extreme than what you usually would. So when I have a situation that normally I would handle calmly, but because I'm stressed out, I blow up in somebody's face. Does it ever help? No. Yelling, snapping, passive aggressive or over aggressive. Blaming other people, overeating or undereating, y'all covered that one pretty good. And then extreme behaviors. So reckless driving, gambling, working excessively, not doing anything, ignoring the fact that you're exhausted because, I've got to get this done, and just refusing to sleep, or self-harm. Those are all really bad ways to deal with stress. So we have 3 scenarios. We can just do groups by the rose coloring. So y'all 3 slide over and kind of make your groups into a circle. Y'all kind of circle up in the middle, and then y'all on the side. There are 3 scenarios on here. It doesn't have to be super in-depth, but just look at the scenario, identify what's causing the stress, and then name a way you can deal with the stress effectively. You don't even have to put your name on it. Did I give you 2?
Yeah.
I'll get it in a second. And then y'all kind of circle up where y'all can work together. All right, this is just quick, just a couple minutes.
Stressor could be like, yeah.
Yeah, pressure to
Focus on
yeah, focus on
You have pressure to hit the shot.
Taylor finds out their best friend.
I've been talking about them behind their backs. So you can do control what you can. You can only control what you can control. That's like no, I mean
Maybe
like,
like-
no, that's not what I meant. Oh, sorry.
Maybe like practice.
Yeah. If you practice it, don't you think that would help?
Just a fake friend. I think go try to drop them. We're done.
They don't have to be super complicated.
Okay.
Just
I still find it. I'll put dropping. I'll put dropping too. I put it like this. Do we get a seat?
no, y'all are gonna answer in just a second.
Okay.
All right, so somebody from this group over here, in the first scenario, which was that Jordan has 3 major tests in 1 week and feels overwhelmed and unable to focus. What is the stressor in that situation?
The test.
The test, yeah. That's what's causing the stress. So The result of that is academic overload, performance pressure. You feel like you have to do well in those things. How can you cope with that?
Plan study days.
Plain study days. What's another way? Somebody from another group.
Get a tutor.
Get a tutor, yeah. You can break it up into smaller tasks where I'm going to study for this day. Like you said, plan study days. Plan to do it a little bit at a time to where it's not all last minute. What about the second scenario? Having your group.
It says pressure to win.
Okay, the pressure to win, yeah. If your number's called, so you're going to be the one taking the shot to win the game, it's a lot of pressure, right? Nobody likes to lose, so you feel all of that pressure put on your shoulders. How can you cope with that?
Practice.
Practice, that's a big way, right? So preparing beforehand. If you're already in the game, how can you cope with it? Focus on it. Maybe take some deep breaths, realize this is it and this is what I have to do. So don't put too much pressure on yourself, but know that it's important. Then the last one. Taylor finds out their best friend has been talking about them behind their back. Rodnisha, your group, what is the stressor?
Being talked about.
Yeah, being talked about. So conflicts between two people. That's probably something we've all dealt with, right? Okay, so how do you deal with it?
You could have had a conversation with them.
Yeah, go to that person one-on-one and say, this is how you made me feel. I didn't like that. I didn't really feel appreciated in that sense. All right, last thing, pull out a blank sheet of paper. And then once you answer this, you can just set it on my desk. But the question is, name one healthy coping strategy that you'll use this week and explain how. Or this week's almost over, so name one that you did use.